What's going on, FG fam? Welcome to another episode of the Detroit Tigers franchise here on MLB The Show 20. It is the off-season, so make sure you drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content. It's all we do here. So, as promised, Ron Gardenhire is getting fired. We are getting rid of him. Team did not meet expectations last year. We're also going to get rid of Tim Collier because I believe AA should be making the playoffs. So, farm director, get out. We're going to go for Mickey Callaway as our new manager, and we are going to try to get Mark Budzinski as our farm director. We'll see how that works. Budzinski decided he's no longer interested to be the farm director for the Tigers. Damn it. All right, Mickey Callaway has accepted the Padres offer as manager. Damn. So we put an offer back on Budzinski for farm director at more money, trying to get him anyway. And our new manager choice, Francesco Curry, is who we're trying to get. Now, Ketel Marte is in free agency, and the guy is in the prime of his career. I would love to pick up a guy like this. He just hit 35 home runs for the first time in his career, batting .294. He was batting .328 last season. I'd love to pick up a guy like that, and currently, he'd rather come here than go to Arizona. Aaron Nola is another guy I'd love to bring in, but I don't know if we'll be able to. Also, Luis Severino is another guy I'd like to bring in now. The Cy Young Award winner in the National League this past season with his .291 ERA. But Severino has accepted an offer to go back to the Nationals for 6 seasons, so we do not get him. Mark Budzinski does accept our offer to be the farm director for the more money, and Wilson Contreras is going to the World Series champions. So he will be going to the Reds. Jameson Taillon is another pitcher I put an offer on, but he's not interested. So I went to Jose Berrios, who is not interested either anymore. Chad Green goes to the Nationals at 5 years. And there it is, the big signing, Ketel Marte, coming to Detroit. We had to pay him max money. $31 million was spent on Ketel Marte, but he is definitely going to upgrade us. Josh Bell goes to the Nationals. Now, this is the one thing that makes me nuts, is all these teams are getting these guys for way less money than we could have. Jameson Taillon is going to the Mets. I offered him way more money than this. Byron Buxton is going to the Red Sox on a 6-year deal, paying him under $13 a year. That's cheap. Clevenger was a more mid-level pitcher we were trying to get, but he's going to the White Sox, unfortunately. And then we tried to get Sean Manaea, but he will be going to the Mets. This is killing me. So, trying to go after pitching, I want to improve the pitching staff, but it's not working right now. Trey Turner going to the Cubs, and there's the Manaea signing. They got him for way less money than we were offering. Mike Clevenger, they got him for a little bit less money than we were offering. And Gary Sanchez goes to the Mets. I would have loved to get him, but you just can't get everybody because we're not a high-budget team right now. And, there is still the Miggy problem. So we are going to dump off Crone, who accepted his tendered offer. So we are going to dump him off for starting pitcher Johnny Freeman and an A potential at 48 overall, and Pedro Pedroza, who you may have seen in one of the scouting episodes. So we're going to dump off Crone because I'm not paying him $18 million. And yeah, I'm sorry. It's kind of split on whether you guys wanted me to get rid of him or not, but Miguel, I can't have him retire a Tiger when he costs this much money. So we will dump him off for literally the only trade anyone wanted to give me. And now Rougned Odor signs with the Padres and their new manager, Mickey Callaway. So Odor on a pretty cheap deal. Benintendi is coming to the division as he's going to the Indians. And the Indians have an insane outfield. So we had 4 guys for arbitration, offered every single one of them arbitration, so we move on there. I was also going for Miguel Sano, who accepts an offer to stay with the Twins for much cheaper than I was going to give him. I was going to give him about $15 million a year. The Marlins acquire Marcus Semien from the Braves, but they had to give up Marcell Ozuna and Joe Hudson to get him. He only has a year left on his contract, so I don't know if I like that deal for the Marlins at all. Let me know in the comments if you think that that was dumb by them. But that is the deal that they made nonetheless, so they're going to have to live with it. Taylor Rogers, the closer, going to sign with the Red Sox. Decent signing. He had a 1.37 ERA last year, 86 overall. He's not bad. We are then going to trade Thad Ward to try to get another catcher in here in James McCann. The Brewers were willing to give him up, so we are willing to take him. Francesco Curry accepted the White Sox offer as farm director. He did not want to be our manager. He'd rather go to the White Sox as farm director. So we're going to go for Alex Bird. It's only a 2-year contract, so if he doesn't work out, we can fire him next year. Max Muncy going to the Twins, another guy I was trying to bring in for cheap. And by cheap, I mean I was probably offering him about 13.5, but he takes 12.5 from the Twins. So we're striking out on a lot of things, but we did get Ketel Marte, and Alex Bird does accept our offer as manager. So we get a guy with a negative, but it's a negative in bunting, so I don't really care. Lance McCullers is going to get acquired in division by the Athletics off of the Astros. They also get Greg Jones, but they have to give up one of their best prospects in Robert Pawson. And now we go through the Rule 5 draft. Victor Mesa gets Rule 5 drafted by the Orioles, so that is an interesting thing. That's something that we... a notable thing that happened in the Rule 5 draft. So Victor Mesa going to the Orioles. And speaking of the Orioles, we're going to make a trade with the Orioles. Ken Hahn is 27 years old. I know he's an A potential, but he's 27 years old, and I have so many closers I can afford to give them. 24-year-old Edgar Sanchez. James McCann, who was just traded for, is going to get flipped, and we are going to get a bona fide catcher on this team for once. Adley Rushman is coming to Detroit. We are also going to get somebody who was featured in the scouting episode in Vinny Zamora. So he will also be coming over to Detroit. So we lower our A potential overall from like 72 to 57 there, but we get a bona fide catcher. Then we're making another deal, dumping off Louis Castilla. That dump off was really just to save roster space on the 40-man to bring in Aroldis Chapman. That's right, we get him for 1 season, $6.5 million a year, but to have Aroldis Chapman with Corey Knebel with Joe Jimenez is going to be huge. We now no longer need Hunter Wood. We also need to save a roster spot. Hunter Wood, we're going to sell high on Hunter Wood here, who is probably doing better than he should be. And then we got to make a little bit of these. I know there's some people in my comments that hate these things, but we got to make these prospect deals because I'm not just going to release people. JD Martinez is acquired by the Diamondbacks from the Rays. So he goes to the Rays for Archie Bradley and Robbie Ray. So a couple long-time Diamondbacks flipping over to the Rays to get JD Martinez over there. Now, the arbitration hearings for Semanthony Dominguez, and they sided with us. That's pretty cool. So we're going to pay him less because I moved everything to less. So if they side with us, we're paying less money. Nico Goodrum, though, they side with him. He's going to make over $3 million. They side with Rogers as well. He's going to make over $3 million. Oof. And then Joe Jimenez, they side with him, but he's not yet making $3 million, so he could still very well be worth it. Pablo Oliveros on the team, we are going to flip him. And some of you are going to hate this because Riley Green is going to get traded. So is Jake Rogers. So there's Rogers in this deal. That's $5.1 million of money. I know Riley Green is a fan favorite, and I actually liked what he was doing early last year, but after him getting super hurt, I want to bring in pitching. We don't need outfield right now. we need pitching. After the signing of Ketel Marte, we are going to bring in the AL Cy Young Award winner in Griffin Canning. He was 21-4 last year. And we also get Jamie Barria, who doesn't look like a tremendous pitcher, but he'll probably be long relief in the pen, and he could definitely help us out. We're also going to bring in a B potential 21-year-old prospect in Jeffrey Cedeno, so we get that as well. So I feel like that's a great trade for us because Riley Green probably doesn't have a spot on the roster this year in the majors. Again, doing some more prospect trades, which I know you guys usually hate, but we had to do it. Martin Maldonado is going to get signed as the backup catcher to replace Jake Rogers. And now we will sim through the spring training period as we win a few in a row there. 2 against the Yankees, 1 against the Sox. We beat the Sox again. We beat the Phillies. We beat the Nats. And lost a couple in a row there until we beat the Braves. But then we lose 3 in a row. But then we win 3 in a row. So, hey, you know, it is what it is. We were about 500 in spring training. Well, not really. 3 games below 500 in spring training. That's okay. Whatever. So we get through spring training, but this is what y'all want to see. This is what we are doing this season. It is McGowan. It is Brown, Lindor, Marte, Josh Donaldson, Nico Goodrum, Nelson Barreto, Adley Rushman, Jahmai Jones. Seth Beer is going to spot DH and maybe spot play outfield, obviously. Martin Maldonado will be the backup catcher. William Bunty is up here. Shed Long is up here. So we have a lot of firepower there. Looking at the pitching, Carlos Martinez, Griffin Canning, Tariq Skubal, Casey Mize, Jordan Balazovic, Jamie Barria could spot start if we need him to. Holden Caps in long relief. Manuel Clase still here. Tuki Toussaint is now up. Sir Anthony Dominguez is still here with Knievel, with Jimenez, and with Chapman. I am confident in this team this year. I hope that this team is finally going to get over the hump and get into the playoffs. I had to make some big moves. Big moves had to be made, and I hope you understand them. If you like them, please hit that like button. If you didn't like them, go ahead, hit the dislike button. You won't. You won't. Anyways, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content. That is all we do here. We can build a winner together. Let me know what you think in the comments section below and click right here to see more franchise.